And we're live.
All right.
How are you guys?
Good.
Wonderful, wonderful. How are you?
Pretty good.
All
Just
right.
waiting for Tony to join us, and then we can jump into the mirrorboard. And Leon's playing the game in the background, so that's somebody
Mhm.
who's interested, has something to watch of interest. Off to the Peter board. Today is Wednesday.
I had a burnout chart. One moment.
Yeah.
Um, 5 are done. 5 and testing. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Hey,
12.
Tony.
That's strange. Did we add a task yesterday?
Well, I think it's
Yeah, the thoughts bubble. Yeah.
it's also better to make this right after stand up, this burnout chart. Otherwise, we have some discrepancies.
Yeah, very sorry about that.
You're excused.
So, I landed in the wasteland.
Yeah, mirror is
There's a mushroom.
It's a rock, I guess.
It's a rock. Yeah.
Oh, how tragic.
We used to have like giant mushrooms in earlier iterations, but they kind of looked corny, so we removed them, I guess.
Like some fairy tale mushrooms.
Yeah. I mean, this is a discussion that we need to have if we want to have mushrooms in a. Does this planet have mushrooms?
Well, it has a food dispenser. It could dispense mushrooms or fungus
Yeah.
style.
I mean, these could be
Soil
magic
and green.
mushrooms as well.
Yeah, I'm all in that that food dispenser is going to called Mr. Soylent, like in Space Quest.
There may be a copyright issue.
No, you can't
Is it-
copyright it.
Okay.
It's an homage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Hey, Drexen.
Hey there. Yeah, we could make the Etag live in gingerbread houses then.
Yeah, stop me. I just threw out one huge gingerbread house, which we.
I mean, this could be
which
like
made for
a
Christmas.
Christmas themed DLC or something like that.
Yeah. No, gingerbread
Always
house. I mean,
profit.
I'll show you how a gingerbread house has to look like. We made one this Christmas.
Well, it has been over 10 years since the last gingerbread house that I have made.
Yeah, look at that. You can't really see it with the background.
Yeah.
I have to put it in front of my face.
Yeah.
otherwise it doesn't work. Is that cute?
Oh, that's pretty
Looks
good.
very cozy.
Did you make that or?
No, yeah, of course.
Okay.
I mean, my kids did it. Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. Good. Let's jump into the Peter board. Get this. Get this. These tickets over, and then I think we have to discuss some other stuff too.
I'm just realizing that on the YouTube stream, my face is completely covered by the Dawn Apart watermark. But just on a side note, I don't care. Go on.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Who wants to start? I can start. So, still working on the mockup for the tooltips overhaul. I just wanted to make it like I actually wanted to make it as pixel perfect in Photoshop, but I think I'm going to instead just doing a real mockup before doing that, and then talk over this with Till before I commit to something which actually has to be overhauled again. I'm probably gonna have some some more input on that one. And this one is done here. We can talk about it later after the stand-up, the sorting and categories in the queue menu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess for me, yeah, not on the board, but yeah. So this morning I looked at Dominion for the demo and had to make some updates, some changes, some fixes that that were kind of causing some issues, and then I pushed that, and so so yeah. So now there's this new demo for Windows, Mac, and yeah, that's pretty cool.
Quick question.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, because I had to like manually do this like install trick now. Is that for every user, or
No,
does every?
no.
Okay.
It's only because you own the base game.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. I don't really know why it's like that. But if you own the base game, you can't download the demo. It seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really.
Yeah, and then
I
after
really,
that,
I really want to try that remote play option, like more extensively. Maybe after this.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the main problem will be like the latency, and I already don't have very good internet for, if somebody was one house down, basically. Yeah, I don't know why we have Starlink and it is not working right.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening with it.
I mean, this is outside of your control because it's like a Steam feature, but I'm wondering because there's this huge fest going on right now with thousands of games that have that
could
feature. Are they all not really playable, or?
Well, I think with Dominion, if I might chip in here,
yeah.
The problem is that it is, I mean, it's kind of unforgivable. Yeah? It's kind of a hardcore game when it comes to accuracy, and every latency is unforgiving. You're dead instantly. So basically, what we would need is some kind of real multiplayer function in that, with some netcode being basically forgiving, so that if somebody has a high latency, you do not die right away if you die on the host screen, but it actually waits if you are reacting on your screen, and then I think it's possible to a certain degree. I think so. If somebody's playing with like 300 milliseconds of latency, the game would not be playable basically. But if it's below 300 milliseconds, then we kind of trick into the game being playable, right, for real multiplayer. But I mean, focus is really on Dawn Apart and not on Dominion at the moment.
Yeah, and last time, the very first time I played Dominion, I don't know if it was like TeamViewer or whatever it was, and I think my latency was probably almost 1 second, and it was fairly bearable. Like, you had to calculate ahead quite a bit, but
where were you? Were you in Portugal or in Taiwan?
At least no. It was through TeamViewer. I mean, free version and everything. I think something official like that, this remote play, should work better than that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, then this means you all have to come to the office, and we have a session here.
Basically, when is again this? Do they already announce this Game Circle?
No. This is
event in Berlin?
June or July, I think. So it's
in June or
far
July.
off.
Okay. Yeah. The only issue I have with that is, I mean, I'm really looking forward to having going there, but if they do not allow us to have like the music play of the game, then it kind of sucks because it's like what is like half the fun. having like this beat in the background while playing.
Right.
Yeah.
We could pitch them that it's essentially like a music game, which is
Oh, basically,
Guitar.
yes. Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
good one. Yeah.
and they're probably interested in have some like nice music also.
Yeah. Because the
playing
lack
at the
of music was yeah. Sticking. Hello. Somebody just visited me here. Some cat content. Okay. Who's next?
Yeah, well, so
Are you still on it?
yeah, so that was my whole thing. But yeah,
Okay.
yes. Then after that, Francisco and I had a meeting. We discussed the heads thing. Yeah, I see that there's this split hair and facial hair from old heads, and Leon's on this. But I went through all heads, and made a new cosmetic definition, and that'll basically house like everything. So it's like heads, hair, facial hair. These will all be split up, and then kind of be applied directly. So this is all like all the definition stuff is set up, and now I'm just actually splitting out all of the hair pieces and getting them set up. So yeah, so all of the low res ones are split, and now I just have to match up the high res versions. But I think Leon was saying that he was also making that somewhere, and if not, I'll just have to connect with him and make sure I have them right.
Do we have anything to show already in game?
Not in game. Yeah, but so I think tomorrow basically, yeah, the whole thing will more or less be together. Like for the mini heads, and then after that, yeah, the avatar piece of it will come together really quick as well.
Good.
Yeah, and then yeah, this hair colors thing. Yeah, that's what we showed yesterday. I think this is basically done. Yeah, these things are mostly done. I think Leon. Yeah, Alex, he can talk about the hairdos.
Yeah, the headers are, as you said, pretty much done. The only thing I'm working on right now is to combine all the heads that we have cleaned up in one file. And as you said, once that is done, it should be relatively easy and pretty much instantly to make a ton of new avatars.
Cool.
Hey there. Or was there something specific that you wanted to know?
No. Mostly just that there's this ticket for getting the remaining hairdos done, and whether or not, like, if you're finished with them at this point.
I feel like I'm finished. There might be small cleanups for in case there are a few spaces of air between the hair and the heads when I slap them together later. But that should be just small things, not worthy of a task.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then I think I have these files now. We can probably close this one from your end.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, and from me, yeah, so I talked a bit about the mini heads, but I was mostly working on this, and also, yeah, the Pioneer Bubbles, just saying like the very last thing they did from the ancient history. We do plan to have like actual phrases here, and I guess this is the same thing as what will show up in the events, but yeah, for now it just displays the most recent one. The raw text that we use. And yeah, this is ready to test. There's also some kind of small thing with the UI to fix, but nothing noticeable. Yeah, no, I was also doing some profiling. Let me see. This might be its own thing. Yeah. It's a thought bubble. Yes. Yeah, and with that, this is probably ready for PO testing, I guess. I mean, this is really just a display. So overall, the whole thing is ready for PO testing.
Mhm.
This was just kind of reorganizing a little bit how the thought thing was working, and just getting it to.
Did they move their
to
mouse
display.
now and tell me
Yeah.
go planner started, agent moving, whatever?
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting.
Yeah, the moving mouth is just based on
The text in the
number
book.
of words in the text, and their level. It's like semi-random.
Right.
It's like a basic illustration. Yeah, and I was also doing some profiling. I get to the same I like tried with pretty much every commit that we but none of them loaded. I was actually thinking if Tony had to do some extra step for builds, sometimes we should do that.
Yeah, and sometimes I do, but nothing that would have changed it that drastically. Because like normally that point to like, you know, we change I don't know, some like component or some existing buffers or something like that, right? And so and I don't think I would have done that anywhere in like a branch somewhere that wouldn't have made it back in.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure. Like, I tried a bunch of commits from around the time, couldn't find any that worked. I just kind of built up a factory and did the same thing, just profile it. Yeah, mostly the thing is still the HPA pathing is like the more outstanding. And then it's kind of like what we talked about yesterday is whenever there's an error, it's the main source of a slowdown because it's just some system that's getting stuck, not completing whatever it wants to do and just keeps trying to do it. Yeah, so there was nothing really glaring. Like even the HPA, like I'm profiling in the editor with deprofiling without bursts. So considering all that, it doesn't seem to be a source of performance issues. It's really whenever you find errors and that things start to slow down a lot. Yeah, there's still like when you kind of move the camera too much around, like generate a lot of the worlds, and it's like loading and unloading. There's like some of the slowdown that we had before, but this doesn't really happen without the profiler, so I guess it's not a big issue as well. And it was something that we some time ago, and there was a big improvement on.
Good. When do we want to do this with kind of this translation of? I mean, we have to kind of categorize the stuff which is going to be shown in the agent history anyway, and also the stuff which our pioneers are talking to, right, in the bubble. Do we have already an idea how we do this?
I mean, we slightly talked about it. Yeah, like you basically have to update how they work, right? And then just have a translation for it, and we can pass in various things. And then for the speech bubble, it'll be a little bit different. Yeah, we were kind of talking about that like per language, like we'll have to have kind of a different setup. Yeah, nothing too crazy, but just like
For grammar.
if we want it to say something like I am carrying this to here, and then in the other one, they say something else like I carried or I am carrying. No, I don't exactly remember what it was, but I just know that between the two, which is like the log and them speaking, I'm pretty sure that one of them will kind of sound a little strange, unless we have two different kind of localizations for them.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, but for now, for the purpose of just understanding what the Go planner is doing, I think this is enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Good. Till.
Yeah, I was wondering. Sorry if maybe you already talked about it, but these icons that Leon made.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what you think, because I think they look great. Do you guys think they're like a fit for the game? And Leon, maybe you can fire them up maybe in a larger version, so the people watching can see them as well.
Yeah, sure. One moment. We did already talk about this, by the way. I think I can just share what has been said about them. So far, I've received good feedback on them, but they might not fit the style of the game too much. And we were talking about how I can make isometric versions of them in future.
Okay.
And everything is just isometric. Basically, pixel art versions of the isometric view of the items in the game, with more color and some bigger contrast so that they pop more and are more visible on the menu.
Right. Yeah. For now, it's just like test-wise, right? We want to see what is the style which we want to go with. We have like 2 already as example, which you posted already in the Discord channel. Just going to copy that here in the mirror board too. Cat hair everywhere.
So Photoshop is firing up. One moment.
Yeah. So like there's like this kind of 2D one, and then we have like this kind of 3D kind of thing. I would like to investigate if there's like an isometric type of icon more appropriate. And also, I mean, they should be. So the first thing what they should provide is really an overview, um, and easy access to this menu here, which we're going to talk about in a second anyway. So yeah.
And also the impression I have is I think these icons are generated with a perspective camera.
Yeah.
And maybe changing it to orthographic might make them easier to see. But I mean, if you're gonna have handmade, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it's something I was thinking now, because a lot of the space is lost because of perspective, it seems.
Yeah, super true, actually. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I really could make this like oh, okay. Doing the magic here.
Yeah, just very rough ideas on how these could look like. Of course, they need a ton more polishing.
Sure. Yeah. No, you provide something, and then we kind of talk trash, and then
they almost look like they're like straight out of Stardew Valley, which is cool.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
especially
that's
the
Yeah, they
lettering.
look.
Yeah.
This one here.
Yeah. This is like totally something you would find in a cave in Stardew Valley.
True. Yeah. You wanna lick it.
Well,
Looks like
Talk
grape.
for yourself. Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah. About this queue menu anyway. You're done with this, Leon, right? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you follow me on the mirror board down to here, over
Should I
here.
follow you as well, or keep playing the game?
No, keep playing the game.
All right.
Queue menu, right? So basically, so what we're going to change is it's going to be this non-alphabetical order as laid out above here. You will realize this is like the same one over here. So players can actually easily recognize how this works. With the difference, there's like this resource submenu, which leads you to this menu, which also has submenus. So instead, basically, some of the menu points are not submenus, like the stone block and Coke, because just one things they don't have like many types of um, uh, like in screws, for example, like you have like steel screws and copper screws. And so goes for ingot plates, poles, pipes, cables, meshes, and screws, right? And yeah, so basically having a more structured way in showing the menu and should work as any other submenu which we have. What I saw in construct menu, I can fix here, and also the construct menu. So like all the lights it should be one menu instead of many nested submenus in the construct menu. Same goes for the walls and fences; they can also be one menu, I think. And yeah, floors and roofs are the same thing. I think it is like this already. Yeah.
Also, the reason they're like that is because they share a base item.
Right. Yeah, but what is the base item? Because I thought about it's pretty hard to so ones are lamp posts, right? And the other ones are lamps which you put on the wall, right? What is
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and so I think the lanterns are their own. The like for example, like the wood walls
Yeah.
or some of the walls, for example, right? Or some of the floors, they all have like one base floors, for example, as well. Yeah, they all share like one base item that they're making. So you don't like construct.
Recipe, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, in the recipe, we have like only lamps, lamps only. I mean, it does not make a difference between lamp posts and lamps which hang on the wall,
Oh no.
right? Did you get that, Tony?
Yes,
Right.
we have lanterns which have like the ones that place into the ground, and then
Yeah.
wall mounted lights have their own subcategory as well.
Yeah. We don't need that. We just need lamps because they all have the same recipe basically. So player can then decide what lamp it's going to be if it's just a lamp. Yeah, for the walls it makes sense. So for like if it's like wooden walls, of course they are in one category. If it's concrete walls and so on. For lights, it's just one light. Yeah, and then player can decide which light they want to use. Yeah. Okay. Questions regarding this? Good. Till, do you have any more stuff to cover?
actually, no.
No? Okay. So where are we with the sprint? So today's Wednesday and Thursday, Friday, 2 days to go, depending on the time zone, including today. I mean, well, I think I'm gonna be done with my stories. I'll get them over the finish line. How's about the new heads in the game? Agent logging also looks good. Is there a chance that we can start working on world space selection?
I kind of do think so. That like
Mhm.
new heads. I think the new heads are going to come together, and then because there's like so much like dependent work, you know, it kind of is already like pushing one of us out. Yeah. Yeah, so I do believe so. Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow before, like during our day, Francisco and I'll probably get together and talk about where this is and what we can both be doing, and then kind of move from there.
Good. Okay.
I think I encountered a bug in the game.
Yeah, that's the first.
For
What is it?
some reason, the feeder doesn't want to pick up any of the iron ore that I placed here.
Oh God. Oh, okay.
Also,
Into the machine.
possibly
Is it in the wrong direction? Perhaps. It looks like it's the wrong direction.
would have surprised me
Well,
actually, because it was working before, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe you remove it and place a new one and see what happens.
Is it that it's full? Could be full, or the or the output might
Oh yeah,
be.
it's full. Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. See. Errors in front of the computer.
Yeah, that definitely is what it is. Yeah, because we have this like kind of I don't know. I think it's a little strange, but so basically, if the output is full, then it won't pick anything up because it can't produce any more stuff and like put it out there. And basically, like the way that you look here, it might not seem like it makes sense, but like let's say you have a long line, and these things are passing like a ton of furnaces. Then it stops them, like the first one, which is backed up, from like picking up all the resources when it can't even use them.
Yeah. So what problem lies here? I think with the conveyor belt, right? So or the feeder does not put stuff on the conveyor belt on the other side. It tries to put it there where the
Yeah.
is actually going.
Like. Mm-hmm.
Is that the behavior which we want to have? That it only uses one side of the conveyor belt? Probably, right? Yeah, probably not. Actually, that's how we want to. If you would put down another conveyor belt, make a T crossing, and have a feeder go out of the furnace, it should actually work then.
I see. It was working before because I had a copper drill here, and it was placing actually them on the right line.
Yeah, but the drill does not use a crane. It has like this natural output chute.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you make just a T crossing here,
Mm.
and then have another.
I see. It was flawed from the start. Okay.
No, you don't have to destroy it.
I have another idea. I want to
Okay.
follow.
All right.
Meanwhile, our good friend Goo has a question in the chat about
Oh yeah, hi Goo.
About picking favorite items. He's saying, like in most factory building games, you have a belt where you place your favorite buildings, items, and may use them quickly with certain keys. In RTS games, you have submenus: click some worker, construct a factory building, and basically order, make the stuff times 6. Is this something hybrid?
Yeah, so we don't have a alter ego, meaning you don't have to, you can't walk around and have like these this belt thing in our game. But what we have is like a bunch of hotkeys, and if you're which you can just showcase here, for example, Leon, if you're closing the construct menu,
Mhm.
yeah,
What hotkeys exactly?
press escape as a hotkey for now. And
Ah,
again,
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
So and when you press C or B, I think for building, it's just still the old one. Yeah, B and then C for conveyor belts, I think. I mean, it always highlights the
those
hotkey.
those are the old ones. It's
Oh, it's
now
the old
it's
ones.
now
Okay.
numbers.
Okay, 3, 1, and then so if you press B 3 1, you would have a conveyor belt right away. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original ones we had were like sort of like the StarCraft ones, right? Like
Yeah.
like a long time ago, they were like
in a
basic
galaxy
building
far
and
away. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
yeah, right, yeah, basic and advanced, and it's actually still called that in our input stuff. It's like basic buildings.
Interesting.
Yeah, because that was like the original idea. And our UI even kind of looked like that originally. It had like these two things, which one was like supposed to be a mini map, and then the other one was basically like the StarCraft, Warcraft button holder.
These hotkeys.
But that was like an old iteration.
Yeah, basically to answer your question, so you have like these hotkey combinations. So if you memorize them as a seasoned player, you never have to click on the menu again.
Yeah, it. I don't remember who had it, but somebody had a really good idea. That was like, like basically like active kind of shortcuts, like clicking on a building.
Yes, true. Yeah, good point.
Yeah. So basically, like a blueprint dropper kind of thing, and it'll like auto select that blueprint for placement. Yeah. So I think we'll just be like adding, I don't know, usability features over time.
Yeah. Any more questions from the audience? Any?
I don't think so.
Alrighty. Good. Do we have anything to cover?
Not really anything else for now. I don't think, at least not for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's wrap this up, and then we meet again tomorrow. And everybody else who joined us, thanks for joining us, taking interest in our game. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
And
Thanks for tuning in.
yeah, looking forward to have you then on next Witchcraft Wednesday. Yeah, and yeah, hopefully at some point we can share a demo with you and then talk with you directly about the game. Yeah.
all right.
Alright.
And save.
Yeah.
Okay, have a good one.
Alrighty, till then, bye.
Yeah. Bye.
See you.
All right. Bye bye. Yeah.